Guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and I'm so excited for today's video. I wish I could explain how excited I am, but I'm just so excited. So I'm going to be doing my very first 3 looks, 1 palette. I know, who am I, with the Paulina Beauty that she did in collaboration with Blush Tribe. I am so proud of her for this palette. I think it's an amazing, gorgeous palette with an amazing, gorgeous color story. And I think it's awesome that Blush Tribe and Paulina decided to collab and do this palette together. So this is the outside. This is, you know, her. Blush Tribe always has the most beautiful artwork. And then on the inside, you also have the same artwork. And then this is what the colors look like. Absolutely gorgeous. Pink, purple, and green. It's like Blush Tribe just has the best color stories, just like the Hasina 2 palette. I love this color story. I can't wait to do 3 different looks with it. I got it right when it came out, and I haven't had a chance to play with it. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do 3 looks, 1 palette with my, first time using it. I have swatched it, but I haven't put it on my eyes yet. Because, that way I get a real feel for the palette. So I've already primed my lids with my PLouise base. So I'm just gonna make sure there aren't any creases. And I did do my brows off camera. So this will be the first look. And I think for the first look, I'm gonna do the pinks and the purples. So I think the first shade I'm gonna go into is Angel, which is the lighter of the 2 pink shades. And that shade is named after her mom, because she said that her mom loves angels. All of the shades in this palette were named by her except for Aubergine and Paulina. Paulina and Aubergine are both shades that were in the Fall Fusion palette. So although I feel like they look slightly different in the Fall Fusion palette, like I feel like the tone is a little bit different. So I don't know. Maybe during one of these looks, I'll pull that palette out, and if I remember, and we'll kind of compare them. But I'm just putting that in the crease. And for each of these looks, I'm going to do my face off camera. Otherwise, my video will be like 3 hours long. And yeah, so I'll do my face off camera, and then we will go ahead and I will have in the description box. I will try really hard to remember to put all the products that are on my face, my lips, and my eyes, like that I haven't used on camera, like my eyeliner, my mascara, stuff like that. So we're just gonna do the eye looks, and then each time I'll come back and I'll show you the finished look. So now I'm gonna go in with Paulina, and I'm gonna put that's the darker pink shade, very pigmented. So gorgeous. Today I'm going to go take care of my dad. So he's gonna get to see me in this bright makeup. He's actually become a lot more like open and supportive about my bright, crazy colors. So that's good. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the glitter glue, and I'm going to put that all the way across my lid, because I'm going to be using the royal purple, and I'm going to be using the light purple, and both of those are shimmery shades. So I'm just using the NYX glitter glue, which is my favorite. And then I'm going to take the same blender brush to use for the royal purple, which is called Salma, which is the owner of Blush Tribe, in case you didn't know. And always remember not to judge the fallout of the palette. By the way, I apply my eyeshadow because I tend to create fallout. But this palette, when I've seen other people use it, has had little to no fallout. And then we're going to take the shade Thingeling, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. and the shade Thingeling. Thingeling is something that whenever she can't think of a certain word, she said that she usually says Thingeling. I think that's such a cute touch to add names that have meaning to her to the palette. Now, the palette is sold out, unfortunately. It was limited edition. I wish, and Blush Tribe, if you're watching, doubt it, but if they were watching, I wish that you would bring this palette back permanently, because I think that it should be part of the permanent collection. I really do. I think that this palette is stunning, and I think it's, you know, I think there are very few palettes that I can see myself using up in its entirety. Now I'm going with Thingeling, which is such a beautiful shade. It's like a light, pinky, purpley, just, oh my gosh, so beautiful. There are very few palettes that I can see myself using up, and this is definitely one of them that I can see myself hitting pan on certain shades. So it would be nice if I didn't have to worry about when, you know, that happens, that I can just go and buy a new palette. But for now, it is limited edition. For now, I'm saying that like I'm going to convince them to make it permanent. I wish. That is just so gorgeous. And I feel like there aren't a whole lot of companies anymore that make these like frosty, like, you know, like these frosty, like shimmery, light pinks and purples. But Blush Tribe does it really, really well. I'm going in with a little bit of Aubergine just to deepen up the outer V. And we didn't even have to do this as a cut crease. Alright, so I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I will be back to show you what this final look looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the first look complete. I went ahead and I used my Oh Sweetie gloss in Raspberry Pavlova. And I used actually the shade Angel from the palette right here as my blush. And then I used a highlighter from the BH Cosmetics Duolight highlighter palette. This one right here. It's very reflective. So I will link the products in the description box down below, like I said, if I remember. But if you want to see the second and third looks, then please keep on watching. Okay, guys, so I am here. Sorry, I'm really tired. I just woke up. I'm going to go to my parents' house in a little bit, so I'm just going to do my makeup before I go. So I just kind of threw my hair up into these Milkmaid buns, and yeah, so we're going to do our second look today with the Paulina Beauty palette, this one here. And I want to work with some of the greens, but I really want to use some of the pinks as well. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and prime with my PLouise base. I've really been enjoying this lately. So I might do one of the looks with concealer, but probably not. Ever since I got this, this is almost all that I use, because you know, concealers, the concealers that I have are, they're light, but they're still not white. And I really, really like a white base, especially when I'm doing something colorful. So let me know down, excuse me, let me know down below if you guys have this palette and what you think of it. So far, I really love it. The look that I wore yesterday was so beautiful, and I got some compliments on it, and it was just, I just love it. I love it so much. So far, so good. And now I'm going to go into the shade Friends, which is named after us, the people that subscribe to her. She always calls us friends, which I think is really cute. An eyelash, so I had to make a quick wish. But yeah, so that's what this shade is named after. And that is a really pretty lime green. I feel like this color can be built up, but today I want to just have it be really light. And then I'm going to go into the shade Humble. And she named the shade Humble because she wants to always remain humble, which I think is also very important. Oh, I love that color so much. So beautiful. So I'm just deepening up the crease a little bit. And then, what do I want to do from here? I think I'm going to go ahead and put Humble on the outer corner as well. And then I want to go in with Thingeling, which is that light purpley pink. And when I used the blush, like the Angel shade as a blush yesterday, it was amazing. Like, it lasted all day. I have a little bit of staining from the pinks, but not much. Not as much as I've had from other palettes, but I feel like pretty much for me, any reds and pinks are going to stain. So I'm just blending that out. Okay, and then, did I already do that? Yes, okay. Oh, it is too early. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my glitter glue that I almost dropped to the floor. And I'm going to use Thingeling. Seriously, it's my favorite shade in the palette, I think. Well, so far that I've used. And I think I'm going to do something that I normally don't do, which is use it on my finger a little bit. Just because I want to see if it's more opaque with your finger. I don't know. I think it works just as well with a brush. Okay. Where's my flat shader brush? There it is. I'm just gonna finish off with the brush. Yeah, I feel like it's almost, yeah, it's pretty much just as pigmented with the brush as it is with your finger. Thank goodness, because you guys know I don't like using my fingers with eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go back into that little brush that I just had that decided to run away. There it is. And I'm going to go back in with Humble, because I feel like right here I lost some of that. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the second look finished using some of the greens and the lightest purple. So I really like the way this look turned out. This is probably going to be the softest, simplest look that I do. I don't think any of these looks are really going to be hard looks, but I definitely think that some of them are going to be more bold than others. This one is clearly not as bold, but I really, really like it. So I don't know, props to Blush Tribe and Paulina. I'm excited to do the third look. So if you guys want to see what the third and final look looks like, then please keep on watching. Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to do, well, it's the same day. We're going to do the third look now. I filmed the first look earlier today, and now I have to change because we are going to my parents' house. We have some guests from out of town, family that came to visit my dad, and we're going to go have dinner at my parents' house because my dad is there and he'll just be able to kind of sit and relax, but then he'll be able to go to bed when he needs to, you know, say, I've had enough and rest. So I decided that why not? This would be the perfect opportunity to take off what I put on earlier today and do the third look and have, you know, I knew I wanted to wear this shirt, which is green toned. So why not? Because the green tones are the ones that I have left to use. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'm really excited. I think this might be my favorite look. You never know, because you guys know, or if you don't know, green eyeshadow is my favorite eyeshadow to use on my own eyes. So I can't wait. Okay, so I'm going to go in with that Urban Decay brush that I've been using. I love this brush. It's just a really tiny, like, blending brush that I really like. So, and I'm going to put it on, I'm going to use the shade Friends again, which is that lime green shade. And I'm going to put that throughout the crease. So if this goes well, who knows, maybe I'll do more 3-looks-1 palettes in the future, huh? I was always afraid to do them, I'll be honest, because I was like, oh, that's, you know, I don't know why. I was going to try to explain to you why I was afraid to do them, but I really can't explain why. I just was. So I am excited that I finally took the plunge and decided to do it, and I think I picked the perfect palette for it too. So I'm really building that up. This shade can be really light, like it was in my last look, or it can be built up nicely, like this. So then I'm going to go into the shade Humble, and I'm going to put it in the crease as well. I love this shade so much. This is like, I don't know, it's like the perfect, like, bright, like, Kelly green. It's just so pretty. Oh, so pretty. And then I'm going to take the other side of the brush, and I'm going to take that shade Friends. I'm just going to make sure that the edge has that shade poking out. You guys have any plans this weekend? I don't know what we're doing. Probably nothing. Probably just hanging out with my parents. Now I'm going into the shade Sikya. Sikya is Paulina's dog, and he is freaking adorable. I love seeing him in videos. And I also have a long-haired Chihuahua that I'm pretty sure they should be married because, you know, they would make the perfect couple. And yeah, I think it's awesome that she was able to name a shade after her dog. And I love the name Sikya. It was beautiful. It's like just as bright as Humble, but a little bit darker. Does that even make sense? A little, just as bright, but a little bit darker. Anya. Okay. So now I'm going to take my glitter glue again, And I'm going to put that all over my lid. And we're going to go in the shade with the shade Solely, which is a shade that she named after Krauss, which is her boyfriend. And she's always saying that he's her Solely, like soulmate. And so she wanted a name. She wanted to name a shade after him, but she didn't want to call it Krauss, so she called it Solely. Okay. And then I'm going to go into my flat shader brush from Wet n Wild. And I'm going to go into the shade Solely, which is right here. It's a beautiful, like, bluish green, like a seafoam green almost. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so pretty. This is the shade of this one and Thingeling. The two shimmers are the ones that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to play with those. Actually, there's 3 shimmers, but the other one's a purple, which is nice, but a purple's a purple. I mean, it's a good purple. It's hard to make purples sometimes. But I know that Blush Tribe shimmers are amazing, so I was really excited about those. My nose is kind of stuffy. I hope I'm not getting sick. Okay, so I'm going back in with Humble. And I'm just gonna put that also in the outer corner. I think Humble is my favorite matte shade. Yeah. It's just so pretty and bright. Okay, and then we're gonna clean up this fallout. And then I'm gonna go do my face off camera. And then I will come back and give you my final thoughts on the palette. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final makeup look. I love it. This is definitely my favorite. I went ahead and I went in with Dirty Money from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And oh gosh, for the inner corner, I did use the shade Friends, which is this bright green here. And then I just went ahead and I put a little bit of my highlighter on top of it, and I think it looks really good. This palette is amazing. I just have to say it. I really, really, really hope Blush Tribe makes it permanent. I feel like I love Juvia's Place and I love Blush Tribe. And the difference between the two for me is that Juvia's Place comes out with a lot of palettes that have, how do I say this in a nice way? It's not a bad thing. Like, this is a good thing, but they just kind of throw shades into a palette and you kind of have to figure out how to make a look with it. And I think that's awesome. I think it's fun. That's why palette bingos with Juvia's Place palettes are amazing. I think Blush Tribe is really good at color stories and putting colors together that you can create full looks with without having to think about it. And I think that that is, you know, I think each company has their strengths, and I think that they are my 2 favorite brands for sure. This is now my 3rd palette that I've used from Blush Tribe. I bought the Fall Fusion. I bought the Hasina 2. I've done looks with both of them. I'll try to link them up above. But yeah, after using this one, like I'm just blown away at Blush Tribe and their formula and their ability to create such an amazing color story. And of course, Paulina's. So yeah, I'm really proud of her. I love this palette. I'm so glad that I picked it up. Before I go, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my bestie here on YouTube, Allyson Krauss. I will link her channel up here if you are not subscribed to her. Hello, you should be. She's awesome. She's amazing. And I just want to say happy birthday and I love you. This is the first video I've filmed since it was actually her birthday. So happy belated birthday, Allyson. I love you. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed my 3 looks, 1 palette, my very first one. So let me know down below if you want me to do more of these and if you like the way that I did it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.